If this crashes again, I guess I'm done for the day. Seems like it should be working. But I guess we'll see. I'm fucking offline again. What the fuck is happening? Oh, should be working. God, is something all the way back here? I gotta talk to this
How
kid.
are you, boy?
I'm not your boy. Or...
Do you need assistance?
I'm all right.
Goodbye, young man.
Are you? Ah. Ow. That hurt.
I have this thirst for blood. This is despicable.
Nom nom. Don't have anything for migraine. You're recovering, that's good. I ain't going back in there. Dictator.
Imprisoned by your daily routine, unable to see the
Ah.
Good evening, Christina.
Change your mind?
What the fuck no.
Do you need any assistance?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
Free.
I am shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
What do you know about Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
2 girls I know went to the dispensary yesterday. No.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as
Don't
best you can.
fucking go there anymore. What else was in this area? She did. James, she did. Can't really help with migraine. Recovery, that's good. Last time I saw him, he was by the church. Ah, there you are.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Have you any news of Nurse
It appears the dispensary is now a major source of contagion in one.
Don't go there.
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I...
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught you in.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
So pale, my lord. Would you like me to wipe you?
All I got is stuff for fatigue.
All be judged for your sins, even now. He judges your words and actions. The wars of men should not be your main concern. The disease.
Oh. Wait, is it? It is. Fuck me. An unknown event. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what happened. Damn, I can't autosave? Or I can't manually save, I should say. Oh, I have to do that all again. You know, maybe I don't need. Maybe I don't need to know that. And when I cured people. That seems good enough. What the fuck are the talks? Oh, wait a minute. I'm stupid. It's either or. That makes more sense. Wait, what did it say again?
Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak. But I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here. But it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
But the risk of infection using vampire blood could compound the situation.
I know, but your blood now carries remarkable regenerative properties. With our minds and your blood, there's nothing we couldn't cure.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
Yes?
What?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister.
Yeah, I know, I told
She's
her.
to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
Ah, sweet girl. Reads me like a book.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Admit it, Mortimer. Your mother had you hospitalized here because you tried to kill yourself.
Yes, it's true.
All right, then. This is the first time we've really shared information about your case. Shall we call this progress?
Call it what you want, Dr. Reed.
You can trust me. I won't report you to the authorities. My one and only concern is your health.
I guess I should thank you then.
Can I help you in any way, Mr. Goswick?
I wrote a letter for my mother. She was supposed to read it after my death. But I suppose she doesn't have to read it now.
I see. And is this letter still near the place where you tried to take your own life?
Yes. And I don't want anyone reading my last words. I mean, I'm still here. If you bring me back that letter, then perhaps we'll talk.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening, Doctor.
Your son wished to die, Beatrice. Why did you hide such crucial information?
Are you not aware suicide is a crime? Mortimer could be thrown in jail. I can't let that happen. I won't.
I understand you fear the legal consequences, Mrs. Goswick. But don't you realize your silence significantly affects your son's case?
All my son needs is help and comprehension. Not judgment and punishment for what he may or may not have done.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
I never could keep it.
Good evening, sir.
You always knew the words to calm each other.
I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary, I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
This city is more peaceful without the bombs, but no less dangerous.
Hello again, Mr. Thatcher. Do you feel any better now?
Yes, this neighborhood may stink of dog shit and reek of piss, but to me it smells like the purest mountain air.
Mr. Thatcher, do you have a job?
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most of my time and energy just trying to forget.
I understand what you mean. I was a soldier too.
No. Nobody can truly understand what I've gone through.
Why were you locked in that sewer? What happened?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
Why did you run? What was the reason for your argument?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital, but I can't stand being closed in. It makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
Tell me about your claustrophobia. Has anyone given you an official diagnosis?
That's what the bloody doctor said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
Oswald, why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't trust doctors. All they care about is their careers and processes. I won't be locked in any room again by anyone.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professional help.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a
Well,
specific...
Doctor, take a guess then, if you're so interested in my case.
As a soldier, you're expected to kill the...
My God, you're so wrong. Believe me, I would kill if it...
Do you want to talk about...
No!
An irrational...
Well, Doctor, take it...
As a soldier...
My God, you're...
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher.
What the fuck was I
Try to
supposed to
take
know?
care of yourself.
Oh, anyway. Oh, and you have a headache. Yeah, I can't fucking help you with that.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed of the Pembroke Hospital. May I be of assistance?
Dr. Reed. So it's you who saved my friend Oswald.
And you are?
Newton Blight. Oswald and I recently...
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war...
Can you speak about them?
Rats, sir. Even seeing one. They turn me.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke...
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision.
Could you speak to him?
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight?
War was...
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before the war?
No. We met in the battlefield.
I fought in France, too.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles.
What caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers. And there were rats.
Go on.
They started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my ears, with fingers, lips. Couldn't move. Couldn't call for help.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself. Good evening.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
I know the real answer!
Do you want to talk...
No!
An irrational...
Well, Doctor, take...
As a soldier...
My God, you...
Good evening.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Do you want to talk about...
No.
An
Well,
As...
My...
I really can't do anything.
It's locked.
God's sake. We're still alive and healthy. Satisfied with that? We have no reason.
I cannot enter.
How the fuck did you guys get in there?
We're not in the middle of a battlefield anymore.
Stop looking round and riding before you.
I said stay away, sir. Are you dead? It's a leech! Kill it!
Fuck you.
There's one of them! Watch yourselves!
Oh, motherfucker. You guys following me? Have fun with that.
See them fancy clothes? This one's a top! Crush the leech, boys! Get a taste of this! Back in the crate!
Oh my god. Fuck off.
Ooh, that's gonna smart! Die, vermin!
Oh my fucking god. Fuck off. I'm gonna find that fucking pharmacy. Piss me off. Fucker. No! You attacked me first. I'm doing shit.
Watch it! It's a killer!
Yeah. There it is. How do you like that? Did you enjoy that? Because I didn't. It's, like, greatly unnecessary. My god. What the fuck is this? Is it in here? Damaged. Griffin?
Opium is one of the main ingredients of Strickland's medication. Never a good move.
Last warning, stupid beast! Die, vermin! Shit, that leech is fast!
I see them.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
I located the shop, but it was vandalized, and the owner is missing. All I found was your order.
I was afraid of such bad news. People are so desperate they're ready to burgle a shop for drugs.
That's quite a list you ordered. Opium, sodium hypochlorite. It can't be just headaches you're trying to cure.
This dreadful influenza, of course. I already ran some tests on hopeless cases. Without success, I must admit.
Do you realize you could create a lethal poison without the correct dosage? Then there are the legal ramifications.
Is this not true of any medical substance, Dr. Reed? However, if you would agree to improve it, I'd be glad to accept your help.
As long as you promise to be scrupulous with your experiments, I may try to gather these substances, and even help improve upon the mixture.
That's all I'm asking for, Dr. Reed. That's all I'm asking.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen.
I want to know about these secret tests you run, and if they can save people from this epidemic. Speak to me now, Thoreau.
I know I may sound presumptuous, but I'm just following your steps, Dr. Reed. I'm casting away the shadows of ignorance by daring to face them.
Self-confidence is essential in our line of work, my young colleague, but only if tempered with the correct amount of cynicism.
But you never doubt yourself, Dr. Reed. I've read all your articles and books. You performed the most daring research during the war.
Don't you think we have enough work already? Perhaps now is not the best time to be chasing shadows.
Chasing shadows, really? It's funny those words coming from the only doctor here who has spent more time outside this hospital than in.
Yes.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
I will not let you down, my boy.
I can't let Strickland put his patients at risk with opium. Perhaps an adjusted formula will deliver more of a placebo effect. Strickland's project could be dangerous. I have a mind to report him to Dr. Ackroyd.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
It's important.
I know that you're a busy man, but I could use your help and advice.
The great Dr. Reed honors me with a request. What is it exactly?
Dr. Strickland devised an experimental drug for the Spanish flu that he asked me to manufacture.
You know what I think of fringe medical experimentation?
That's exactly why I want you to keep the result, Doctor. I made sure it won't harm anyone, but I'd like you to take care of it.
I see. Put it in my cabinet. I'll give you the key. I'll make sure no one uses this medication by mistake.
I'll do that. Thank you for your help, Dr. Ackroyd.
Thank you for your trust on the matter, Dr. Reed.
Do you think Dr. Strickland has any chance of curing the Spanish flu by himself?
His wish to cure the sick is not driven by pride, but by an idealistic view about our mission here. Honestly, I don't know which is worse.
You consider him a good practitioner, yet you will not report his methods.
Strickland may be a rival, but I will not use dirty tricks or regulations to prove him wrong. We are doctors, not politicians.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
I have like an odd respect for him.
It's locked. It's locked, all right. It's locked. Now that Dr. Ackroyd has been warned, he should make good use of this formula.
Damn it! Why is this so difficult every time? That is better. That is better. I will make it through one more night.
It's locked, all right. Good evening, Dr. Timmons.
Dr. Reed, any
I know you're taking drugs, Corcoran. Why take such a risk?
I need it to endure the long shifts. We have no idea how long the epidemic will last. We can't let it win.
I understand the gesture, Doctor. an immediate answer to an emergency situation, but this can't be a long-term solution.
Thank you for your understanding, my dear colleague. And be assured, I have total control of my consumption.
Nurse Brannigan has been recently accused of neglecting her professional duties. Tell me what you really think about it.
This kind of protest is nothing but elitist bullshit. I trust Nurse Brannigan with my life. She has what it takes to be a great doctor.
Do you really think she could be the next Elizabeth Blackwell?
Believe me, Dr. Reed, a time will come when skill and skill alone will determine who can be a physician and who cannot.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Tell me, Nurse, did you know Dr. Tippett was addicted to medication?
I suspected this behavior for some time, but never dared to ask him about it. Until the day he confessed to me.
Why would he confess to you about his addiction, Nurse Brannigan?
Don't you know you doctors can't hide anything from a nurse? We're always there, even if you don't notice us.
Do you consider yourselves our confessors, Nurse Brannigan?
I wouldn't dare, Dr. Reed. But I'm intrigued. How did you discover Dr. Tippett's secret?
What can I say? I seem to have a knack for discovering secrets.
And for hiding them as well.
Do you approve of his addiction?
Of course I don't approve. But I understand he needs it to fight the exhaustion. Let's hope he'll stop injecting himself once the epidemic is over.
And what if he doesn't?
Then we'll have to convince him to stop. I believe he's still in control of his addiction, for now, but we must remain vigilant.
According to the report I read, your unprofessional conduct put a patient in danger, Gwyneth.
That's not true. I know when my patient's life is at risk, and I'm more competent than a lot of doctors that I know. Problem is, I'm a woman.
I don't see what your gender has to do with your abilities, nurse.
Yes, nurse. Because I'll never be a doctor, no matter what my skills. I could make a decision that could save a life, but oh no, that's unbecoming conduct.
I understand your frustration. During the war, I saw the skill and courage of the nurses on duty. Neither the time nor the place to start a revolution.
To have the right to study shouldn't be determined by sex, skin, or wealth. That's all I'm saying.
That's fine.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you
Stop
need
doing this shit. You're not a doctor.
I have this thirst for blood. It's locked, all right. Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps? Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman. The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened. A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful. Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then, he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked. Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett's in our situation?
To clear Dr. Tippett's name must be the decision of Dr. Swansea. You can't take matters into your own hands.
I respect Dr. Swansea's authority and management, but he's no idea what happens here on a daily basis. I did what I had to do.
Hey, this is a shit fucking hospital.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
I think you both are getting fucking fired. Hopefully.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news?
No, I do not have good news for you.
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks. Maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed the body.
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
Why not stop practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
Why is that the only option?
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett. Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
I will cover for you.
I don't know what to say, actually. I can't...
You didn't force me. This is my decision.
Then I can make you this promise.
What will you do after your resignation? Do you have a plan?
I always fancied visiting Cyprus. Such a beautiful island.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett. Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need.
No, don't. Don't. Pissed me off. Mortimers. Oh. Cheers, right here.
It's locked, all right. It's locked.
Ah.
In this letter, Mortimer Goswick does nothing to hide his desire to die. I could give it to his mother, but doing so would betray his...
Ow.